Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another quick video. And I always say that I think at the beginning of every video, but anyhow, today we are going to be installing more rough country stuff. So let me walk over here real quick to the front of the Jeep. Hopefully you can see it. We've got the rough country 2-inch square light. This is the quad system and they're gonna go right here. So we're gonna put 4. I went with the black series again. I do like the lack of chrome reflectors. I did open this earlier, but I just kind of want to show you real quick what these look like. They're really cool. So if you've seen like the Rigid and some knockoff brands on Amazon and eBay, they're all pretty much the same thing. You can see I do like the reflective amber. So what this is going to have is, according to the sides here, if I go around the side, 40 watts, 3600 lumens, which is pretty bright. And last week, as you guys remember, we installed the rough country 12-inch light that goes into the bumper right here. It's really great. I wish I had shown you guys some night video, so I'll try to get that this time. But it's got, let's see here, so we've got, I was reading the little, contains 4 amber DRLs. That was one of the things that I like. So you can have DRLs running at night. Those are daytime running lights in amber, which is nice. And then it's got 8 5-watt Cree LEDs, which are pretty nice, to die cast aluminum. IP67, I believe, for the waterproofing. Yep, right here, and 8-degree spot pattern. So again, rough country, really nice. Really love the build quality, the fit and finish. They're pretty heavy too, so they feel really sturdy. And I can kind of show you guys. These are gonna sit on a bracket here, and again, we're gonna have 2. So you've seen these already. They look really cool. So anyhow, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the installation. If by the way, this is your first time stopping by the channel, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. If you are a subscriber, thank you, thanks for watching. But go ahead and hit the bell so you guys are up to date on any upcoming videos. And if you want to participate, just go ahead and comment, like. Let's get to the install. Okay, let's go ahead and begin the install here. So this is another little bracket kit that comes with this over here, and I believe this is just gonna sit right here, and one of the pots goes there and there, I think. Let me double check the instructions here. Driver's side. So I need to find that one. So here we go. Remove 2 upper bolts panel. So that's this right here. And now fast forward through this so you guys don't have to sit through this. So you're gonna remove these 4 bolts right here, which removes this little panel right here. So let's knock that out real quick. Okay, if you have a drill, it'll definitely be handy, because these aren't very hard or anything, but they are threaded in there pretty deeply. So I think this is just stuck on there. That's the wiring harness from before, as you guys remember. So now we gotta find DR, which is driver's side. Doesn't really have any markings on there. I was hoping it had something on there. That's rubber, by the way, so it should not scratch the paint, hopefully. So let me figure out which one's driver and which one is passenger here. Okay guys, as always, the instructions are pretty vague from pretty much any manufacturer nowadays, except IKEA, who is awesome. And I was trying to figure out how these went here, because it doesn't really say. I thought maybe it went like this here, but it looks like they go here, and maybe I'm just dumb. It's very possible. And then you're just gonna take these little screws right here and thread them through there. I think it might be one of these guys, although it seems kind of, you're gonna need one on either side. I think that's how these go. It doesn't really say which way is forward, but if I had to guess. Okay, they give you the little Allen keys here. That's not it, it's the bigger one. There we go. Just be careful when threading these in there. Make sure it's the right one. Always do it by hand. I think that's right. It feels a little tight, but it's moving in pretty good. So I'm hoping that's the correct one. So you're gonna need 2 on either side. Go ahead and grab another one of these. It comes with extra bolts so that you can bolt it to the bracket itself as well, and the bracket also comes with bolts, so you get a lot of extra hardware with these. Just wanted to show you, I took the big bolt that comes here with the kit. Then I took the washer. Again, instructions are pretty vague, but I also put it facing up because I wasn't sure if I'd have enough room. Plus, I don't want the bolt to scratch the paint. And then, of course, you put that washer on there. There's a pressure washer, I forget what these are called, tension washer. Put that on there, and then of course you put the nut over it. So there you go. So there's one. We'll do the next one, and again, this is kind of what these are going to look like here. And you can have one, you know, you can adjust the direction of the throw of the light itself. You can adjust the height as well, so you can move this down. As you can see, it articulates left, right, up, down. So we'll fine tune all that once we get in there, but you definitely want to do a lot of this beforehand just because the angles are going to be pretty tough to get in there. All right guys, the instructions called for mounting the lights on this first, I guess because you don't have a whole lot of room. Make sure you've got these little bump stops on there, but I'm beginning to think that the bracket might be able to go on there a lot easier without the lights being on there, if that makes sense. So you got to tuck this wiring in here somewhere, and hopefully the lights don't fall off. I left everything all loose on there, and I apologize, it's getting dark on me real quick, so I hope the video isn't going to be super dark. So these are going to sit roughly over here. Make sure you leave yourself enough room. And I'm going to open the hood so I can reach this, but I got to get this part on here, as we got to put this back on, as you know. I guess that should seal on there somehow. Maybe they go further up. It's hard to tell. Like I said, the instructions are pretty vague, so I'm gonna go up higher. That'll close that gap there. Yep, that's much better. So go up high over here. And then I think I'm just snag on some stuff here. There we go. There we go. All right, so now let me put these back on. And like I said, I'll align and tighten everything up. I have this on low torque, as you can see, so just want it snug on there for now. Make sure, let me swap this out because I'm gonna need the other. I need a second drill. That's the one thing I don't have two of, and I really need to get one. So now you're gonna use this long screw here. Try to align this guy. I feel like you should have a washer on here. I didn't see any more washers provided with the hardware. Kind of thread this in by hand at first. Leave myself some room. Now, what I was saying with this slide over here, if you don't set this up, if you don't mount the lights on there first, you're gonna have a little more room to work with here. I kind of feel like the instructions do this backwards. As you can see, it has you install the lights on first, but I really think you can put the bracket on. I'll try it on the other side and let you guys know if that's easier, because trying to get to this guy over here with these pods already on there, and I could probably remove one, so I may do that. As you can see, it's a lot harder to get in there for sure. All right, so I'll tighten this one down and then we'll work on the other side. Okay, there you have it. That's what they look like installed. So again, it all just depends how you want to set it up. I think you can do the bracket first, try it out. I'm gonna try it on the other side. On this side, I pre-mounted it. Made it a little bit harder to get to this. Wires run back here, and hopefully you guys can see okay. Let me maybe get my phone out and shine a light here. I don't have great lighting in here. I need more lights right above here, so you can kind of see. I will say paint and the coating, this is just spray painted on there, so it chips really easily. This looks like it's powder coated or some sort of thicker coating than just paint, but you can kind of see what that looks like. Wires go through there. Clean this thing and polish it. You can see a lot of little scratches on here, and here with the kind of see the LED DRL on there. Looks really nice, and they give you these little covers. I don't know if I'll leave that on there. I feel like anybody can easily take them off, and if you need to use it, you're kind of blocked. So anyways, let's do the other side. All right guys, hopefully you can see. I hope the light is freaking okay here. It is so getting dark so quickly. I took this off already, took my antenna off. I'm doing this bracket, like I said, without putting the, you can see all the paint chips off really easily. But don't tighten this bracket before you put the bolt under here. You see what I mean? Because if you tighten that, this bolt won't be able to go under there now without scratching the paint. So put that on there beforehand, then you can put the light through here. And like I said, I apologize if you cannot see. I'll try to lighten this video up some so you can see what I'm talking about. But basically, your pressure or tension washer, whatever they're called, I'm not sure. And then your nut on top. But yeah, you can do it either or. For me, it was a little bit easier to do it with without the light on there. It'll take you about the same time either way. Trying to get these is pretty tough no matter what, whether you have the bracket on or off. So yeah, your preference in this case, see what works better. But like I said, now you can go ahead. This side you won't have a problem getting that this in there. See what I mean? Once that's tight, you wouldn't have any. I gotta get a better drill for this, like an impact one. There we go. It's not going anywhere. So now I'll go ahead and thread the other one in here. Let me get the light on here too, so you can see what I'm talking about. So I did the bracket first. Either way, up to you guys. I think I got this wire caught in here. I'm gonna have to loosen this panel up again and kind of play with it, see what, oops, that's the antenna cover. But there you go. I'll do the second light and we'll be good to go. I may have to do the wiring tomorrow. Outside, as you can see, is still clear. All right, guys, it's the next day. I ran out of daylight the other day, so I wanted to start over again. But I want to show you how I'm going to have to do the wiring, because as I was telling you earlier, this has a 2-position rocker switch. That's down there is for your amber DRL. That is for your high beams, and that is off, of course, or not high beams, but the light itself and off. So there's 2 harnesses if you look over here, because you have 2 lights, and there's the wiring here. What you're gonna have to do is you're gonna share one negative for both of the lights, because they're all tied into here. So I'm gonna have to use 2 switches on the multi-light controller. One's gonna have to be for the amber DRLs if I want those on, and then the other one's gonna have to be for the bright light. Let me show you real quick what I've done here with the wiring. Had to take a minute to figure it out here. So white is the bright LED, the blue line is the amber DRLs, as you can see here, and then black is going to be the shared ground. So these are essentially positive for each one, and ground. The harness did come with the zone, if you remember, positive, negative, because that's how you get power to the rocker switch, and then the switch distributes the power. But we won't need it because we have the MLC. So what I'm going to do here is share one of the negatives on the next lot, and then I'm going to use 2 switches to control the amber and control the DRL, so that they're both not on at the same time. All right, so let me plug that in real quick and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay guys, let me walk you through the wiring one more time. As you can see, like I was telling you, these harnesses have a common ground. The black, the white is for the high beams, and the blue is for the orange DRL. So there's 2 harnesses, because you have 1 per pod, and you have 4, so there's 4 harnesses. I gotta clean up all the wiring, of course, coming across. So what I did is I eliminated all of this, just cut that off completely. Cut these a little bit shorter, since I'm only going from here to here. I probably could have put all the wires in one, but the little connectors that I have, so I'll probably have to redo this at some point. These little connectors are, as you can see, not fitting on there all that great. So I can probably put, if I get a bigger one, the problem is only 2 wires would fit in those, and there would be 4 wires, as you can imagine. So I gotta get a bigger one, and also can be too big because it has to fit in here. So I've got these connected just to test it out right now, and that's the amber DRL. So those are on 1 switch over here. Let me turn this off. Apologize about the beeping. So the ambers are going to be on that one, switch number 2, although it's on the other side. That has my LED bar, and then this is for the brights. And let's go take a look at that real quick. You can see it on the other side as well. So pretty bright. You could run them both if you want to, or at night if you just want to run one. Same thing, come back to the amber. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and clean all this up and see if I can redo that wiring. But I just wanted to show you so that you know that you don't have to use all that when it's using the rocker switch that it comes with. So I just cut all that stuff out. I need to do that with my other bar. As you can see, I still have the harness in there, the extra relay, and you don't need that because the MLC has its own relay, its own fuse already. So all right, so let me go ahead and finish wiring this up, cleaning up the wiring, and see what it looks like. All right, I cleaned the wiring up a little bit. I was able to force those down in there, so that does look a little bit better. Lights are pretty bright, and again, I ended up using 2 switches sharing the common ground, and again, you can see how that turns on the amber DRLs. I hate to have to use 2 switches in there, but we still have 4 more, actually 3 more, so I don't think I'll be adding that much more. I do have the raw crawling lights, but that should only use 1, and then that'll leave me 2 more for accessories. So that is all. So clean up the wiring real quick. I did cut this a little bit shorter. I did have too much excess on there, and then tuck these wires in and we'll be good to go. Okay guys, here is the final product. Got all my RC lights on. They look pretty awesome. They're really bright. I may adjust the beam, how it goes, but it looks pretty sweet. Hopefully the video does it justice. And this is in the daytime. You can see how bright these are. They are super bright. So we'll test them out tonight, see how they look, hopefully capture some footage for you guys. Okay guys, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thanks for watching once again. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that sub button. Helps us grow with the channel. And if you have subscribed, leave a comment, leave a like. We'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.